Hey, thanks for stopping by the Photography Lounge. My name is John Zachary, and today I'd like to talk about the camera. What are we using for cameras to cover the events or whatever we're shooting? Do we need multiple cameras? Do we need one camera? Do we need a full frame, micro four thirds, or a crop sensor? What are we shooting? Or do we need the medium format camera? Let's talk about it. Hey, yeah, let's talk about cameras. They've come a long way since, I don't know when the first camera was made, but they've come a long way. I know, like I said before, I started shooting film, and now I'm shooting digital. So just from the film to digital, it's a pretty long span of technology. This here's a Minolta X700. This is the first camera that I used. This isn't the exact camera, but this is just like the camera I used when I was 17, 18. Started shooting film. Motorsports for Gator Racing News. 1.7 50 mil lens on there. It's got aperture priority. It's got manual. It's got program mode on it. So yeah, this is what we did. ASA instead of ISO. That's your film speed. Usually shot 400 film speed. Now today, my camera that I'm using for most everything is the Fuji X Pro 2. Now look at see the dials on top? Maybe that's why I find myself liking this one. Everything is right there. I got my shutter speed, my ISO, exposure compensation, then I got my aperture right here on the lens. And that's what I need. Then when I want to fine tune shutter speed, right up here. So it's the same feel instead of digging into menus and stuff like you do on a lot of DSLRs. I know you can set buttons up to do certain things, but still there's a menu system. Here, it's all tactile. It's all right there, knobs and buttons, which I really like. So back then, in the 80s, this is what I used. I didn't have a zoom or anything. This is all I had. And I shot weddings, family reunions, motorsports, you name it, I shot with this. I didn't have multiple cameras. Today I got multiple cameras. I'm shooting this video on a camcorder, a Sony AX53, 4K video, in-body image stabilization. How many cameras do we need? I have a lot of them. I know. I'm just saying, I don't need them all. I don't. I enjoy them all, and I do use them for different things, but at the end of the day, one camera is all I need with 3 lenses. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about all the cameras. Full frame, mirrorless full frame is real big now. Sony's huge in it, and Canon with their EOS R just come out in September with a full frame mirrorless. The Nikon Z7 and Z6. So, I know shooting like motorsports or sports period, a full frame's awesome. You get that great bokeh, whatever you want to call it. But you also have that crop sensor on like a Canon 7D or this Fuji or the Fuji X-T3. So you get that little extra distance. So if you got a 200 millimeter, you actually got a 300. So you don't need the longer lens because you're doing it with the sensor. So do you need a full frame? Do you need a full frame camera? Yeah, I you hear it all the time. It's just better images. You're getting more data on the sensor, but it's like, do you really need it? Like, there's people shooting bird photography with a micro four thirds Olympus. So they got the crop factor. They got small lenses with the micro four thirds, and they're doing beautiful bird pictures. So, and the same in motorsports. You can capture. You don't need full frame. I don't think. I know a lot of people use it, but I really don't think you need it. And a lot of motorsports that I cover, you're up close, so you don't even need a 200. I mean, yeah, it's nice sometimes, but sometimes you got to get back because that's too much lens. So do we need video cameras? Do we need full frame? Do we need crop sensor? Do we need all these these bag of goodies to do all this stuff, you know. Here's my GoPro. Got a GoPro. Hero 5, sorry. I got this when I first started shooting video because, you know, I didn't know anything about it. And they're good price, great camera. And I use this a lot. I put it on the dash of my car and do a lot of video while I'm driving, talking about cars and where I'm going and stuff like that. So this works out awesome. And it takes pretty cool pictures. It's like I want to call it like a fisheye. So at a car show, I've done some pictures and I'll put them up here with this thing. And that's pretty good. I mean, you can get away with this thing, really. What about your phone? We can get away with the phone. Do we really need all these cameras? No, we don't need them, but we want them. And camera companies are coming out with new stuff all the time. And like, are the upgrades that much better that we should get the latest version of it? Now, there is a point where, you know, things do move, like autofocus. Like with the first Fuji I had, the autofocus was pretty slow compared to now. So yes, that's a nice upgrade. Or the video wasn't good in those, but now, like this, my X Pro 2 shoots 4K. I mean, really, shoots 4K. So for me, I should get different lenses for zooming and stuff if I'm going to shoot more video on that. But I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? What are you guys using for cameras? How many cameras you guys got? Do you use certain cameras for certain situations? Do you have one camera, 2 lenses, 3 lenses, 5 lenses? I don't know. I don't know. I love buying cameras and equipment. It's fun. It's my hobby, you know. I don't have any other vices, so I guess this is it. So, but do I need all this stuff? And like people say, you don't really know how to use them because you got so many different cameras. Well, that's not true either. I can use this camera without looking at anything and make adjustments. And maybe it's because they're all Fujis and they're all basically the same. The button layouts is basically the same, and I set all my buttons to do the same functions on most of the cameras if I can. So maybe that's it. So the muscle memory is pretty easy between my cameras. But for the most part, like my X-T1, I don't use it. My son uses it. If he wasn't shooting with me, I'd probably sell it. I don't use it. It's got the flip screen on it. That's pretty cool that this doesn't. But other than that, it's a great camera. Great image quality. Great sensor. But it's a 16 megapixel. This is a 24 megapixel on my X Pro 2. So, but I would just use this and my XT100 or my X100T because I love that small, compact. I just wrap that around my neck and just go on a walk when me and my wife go somewhere. The kids are around, or we're at just like a family picnic or something, just to shoot instead of carrying my X Pro 2 around with me. So I'll always have that or something like that. And the phone, I don't like shooting pictures on my phone. I really don't. It just doesn't feel right. I mean, I'll shoot some video on it, but nah. So I shoot video on my GoPro. I have a little tripod. I put it on when I'm walking around shows and stuff. I'll use this. Then I have my new camcorder, which people think camcorders are going out. I don't know, are they? This is pretty cool, man. This is awesome. This has a lot of features. It's got the nice screen that I'm looking at now. And then when I'm out, I have the eye cup I can go up to if it's sunny. And I really like it. And it's got the nice zoom, nice and smooth butter zoom, in-body stabilization for $900. That's pretty good deal for that camera. So yeah, just want to talk to you guys a little bit about all these cameras, and do we need them all? Do we want to have them all? Do we enjoy using them? All different kinds, and I know I do. I really I like using them all. One camera, yeah, I could get along with one camera. I can, but I like having different options. You know, like I got a 360 camera in here, an Insta360, and I picked that up because 360 is pretty cool with VR and stuff now. So picked that up and I use it a little bit. I use it for going live on YouTube or Facebook, like at car shows and stuff, and got some pretty good feedback with it. I just don't know how to use the thing worth the darn, and editing video and stuff on. I need to figure all that out, but I think it's a cool little camera to have for not doing a whole shoot with, but you know, to add some different looks to it, just like a drone. I got the DJI Phantom Pro 4 Pro drone. I use that. I can't use that to make money with because I don't have my license, so that's just a hobby thing. I just fly that around and get footage for, you know, my videos that I do for, you know, here YouTube. I'm not selling anything, so. But the drone, that's a great different way of seeing things too. So that's important too, I think, in the video world. Even pictures, people love seeing that bird's eye view. So do you have a drone? If you do, what do you use, and what do you use it for, and how often do you use it? The Phantom 4 is great. Picture quality is awesome. It's great. It flies in, pretty stiff winds and stuff, but it's pretty big. When I put the thing in the air, people see it and they hear it and they're like, people are kind of weird about drones. So I'm thinking maybe a Mavic or a Spark might be a little better. Put the thing up in the air, get my footage down, put it in the bag, and go away. I just use a little bit of footage, like at a track, like an intro, overlook of the track before people are around. I'm not flying over people or anything, so I'm doing it legally and safe, which everybody should do. So yeah, there's a wide range of cameras that you might need to cover an event, or to make a video, or to get different angles of an event. So a guy posted the other day on one of my videos that he has a Sony, a Canon, and a Red. He has a Red camera for video. Now that's high end. Now he's acts like he does it professionally, so of course he'd have that. And I talked to him back a little bit. I haven't heard back from him. I was just interested on how he uses the three at an event in combination. Does he use just one, or does he use all three? Does he use one for stills, one for wide shots, whatever? So the camera is important. Technology is important. Yes, we can still get great video or great images with this camera here. We can. Send them into Walmart or whatever, scan them digitally, bring them into Lightroom. But man, there's the technology of the cameras like this, DSLRs, mirrorless, whatever it is easy. It's easy. Everybody's a photographer nowadays with their phone and their inexpensive cameras. Really, these are just a computer. A camera's always been a box that allows light in, and you adjust it to expose your film. But now you're exposing your sensor, so that's all. But these are turned into computers. Eye detection, face detection, following a subject with autofocus, focus peaking if you're doing manual focus. The high ISO range is crazy. Like, technology is really cool. It's bringing us a long way and helping us all along. It's just how we want to grab it and take hold of it. And I say take advantage of it. If you can buy a camera, new technology, get it. Why not? Enjoy it. Have fun with it. Is it going to make your pictures any better? Probably not. But it might help you get the next step, or over the edge to get a better video, or a different kind of image, a quicker image, more frames per second, whatever it is. Like when I shoot motorsports, I shoot one frame at a time. Boom, boom, boom. Instead of spraying and praying, which is fine. That's awesome. Maybe that's why guys get a lot better pictures than I do sometimes, because they're getting that one frame in that 30 pictures that they're taking. And if I don't get the one, but that's what I do, because again, back here, that's what I was doing, one frame at a time, 36 exposures in a roll, couple rolls a night at a race. That's all I got. Heck, I'll shoot 50 pictures in the pits before they even hit the track. You're shooting, at a race, you're shooting, I don't know, 500-600 images. If it's a lot of classes, you're shooting 1,000 images. No, that's like a wedding. That's crazy. But cameras are awesome. I love cameras. I do. I just love them. They're beautiful. And I love having the latest technology. And I don't see anything wrong with that. And I'm sure you guys don't either. Let me know what you guys think. If you like the latest technology, you like to stick with what you got until the thing's worn out, and then you move to the next one, which is awesome too. These things depreciate pretty good, so you're not getting good turnaround on the camera bodies because they're making them so fast now. Lenses hold their value pretty well, but camera bodies, after a couple of years, you're going to get peanuts for the thing compared to what you paid for it. So keep it, shoot it, wear it out, give it to somebody, a student that's getting into it, or somebody's kid or your kid that's starting out. Give them a camera and a kit lens. Said, hey, go have fun. I mean, it's a great investment for future photographers. But again, are kids using these things, or do they want to use their phones, and they're making great images with their phones? So yeah, the camera, it's a great tool, and that's all they are, is tools. Like a mechanic or an electrician or a plumber, they have different tools in their toolbox. like auto mechanics nowadays, you got to have different tools for every make of car because of different fasteners and stuff. So you don't have just one tool in your toolbox. You don't just have a crescent wrench and maybe a hammer and a screwdriver and get the job done. Maybe you can get the job done that way, but it's going to take you a long time and it's not going to be efficient. So a new camera or a few cameras and lenses in your toolbox, it'll make your day easier. It'll make your shooting and your capturing images and videos a lot easier with those tools that are available. So why not fill the toolbox? Why not fill the camera bag? How do you guys handle shooting different kind of events? Do you have a bag pack? Do you have one bag, you just take this out, replace with that, a lens, a flash, or whatever, a tripod or a light? Yeah, there's a lot to it. But I enjoy it. I love doing it, and video is where I'm moving to. So video cameras is what I'm looking at next. My still cameras, I keep looking at the X-T3, the Fuji. It's a great video camera, but I don't need it. I don't, and I'm not gonna spend the money on it. I got this. This is my baby. I love this, and I got the camcorder, and I got my GoPro. I'm good on video side for now. So what do you guys think? Subscribe to this channel if you're into photography, videography, if you're into gear, if you're into GoPros, Fuji, whatever. Please subscribe, hit that button, that bell, give me a thumbs up, and talk to me in the comments down here. That's what the Photography Lounge is about. Let's get a conversation going on how we shoot, what we shoot, and why we do what we do. There's guys out there that want to use one camera, two lenses, boom, small bag, mobile. That's cool. I'm like that too. I like the mobile stuff. So like the new iPad, talked about that last time. This thing is a beast. It's a beast. So I'm really enjoying that. Yeah, let me know what you guys shoot, what you shoot with, and what you think about having multiple cameras and stuff. Do we really need it? Do you embrace it, or do you like, nah, we don't need that stuff, make do with what you got? Let's talk about it. Let's get a discussion going on this and how we each approach different ways of covering things. And send me some links to your videos or your YouTube channel, and I'll subscribe to you and check it out, and we'll get good conversation going about cameras and photography, because I know that's what I love and that's what I love to talk about. So again, thanks for stopping by, guys. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys are shooting, what your equipment is, and hit that subscribe button. So until next time, get your camera out, shoot some stills, shoot some video, but while you're doing it, just smile and enjoy what you're doing, taking in the scene, taking in the moments, and sharing it with other people. That's pretty cool. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in. Let's do this again soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.